Yo, what it is DBGOD RedZoneRocket. I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Take the gas, I'm on the paper route. Now these niggas trying to hate me out. My homie tried to cross me, got me taping up my ankles now.
Alright, so we got RedZoneRocket off the porch with us today.
Yes, sir. Live from the 251, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. DBGOD, DBG for off the porch with it today.
We here, man. Yeah, how you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. Blessed to be here. Blessed to thank y'all for having me, you know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get here and do this thing for a little minute, though. I've been watching them for a minute, yeah, most definitely.
Small setback, but...
Small setback, but I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, I'm here. You know, raining and everything else going on. Can't forget happy Juneteenth Day, you know, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there for sure.
Yeah, it's a big weekend, man.
Big weekend.
Yeah. All right, so you're originally from Bruton?
Yeah, Bruton, Alabama, 251, man. Small bottom of the mountain.
Small, I had to look this one up.
You had to look it up.
Hey,
it's gonna be worth something here soon though, most definitely.
Okay, so what's life like out there? Is this country living?
Tight-knit community, small, you know, kind of know everybody, you know, family, big family and stuff like that, but at the same time, the downfall of it is everybody in your business, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, so that's probably the downfall of it. Yeah. But other than that though, it's love there, you know what I'm saying, for the majority of it.
Okay. You still got family down there too?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. I was originally born in Ohio, and then I moved to Alabama in '98. You know, because my uncle had passed, so we moved closer to family. My mom and dad are originally from Alabama. Okay. So you know, what I'm saying, that's all I know. You know, my grandma and you know my uncles and aunties still up in Ohio on my dad's side, but most of them out of Alabama though. They down in Alabama.
Okay, I got you, man. So what was your childhood like? Like, what were you into as a kid?
Sports.
Okay.
Yeah, like athlete. Football, baseball, basketball, track, you know, I tried all of it, consistently with football, track, baseball for the most part. Basketball really wasn't too much my thing. I was kind of too physical. I was a physical guy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he was pushing people
I ain't had no jump shot, none of that. I was just playing defense and I'm trying to hustle, you know what I'm saying? So small, you know what I'm saying? I played football pretty much all my life, so that took up a lot of my time. But, you know, I always had that passion for music. It was kind of like right there was a hitting thing, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't pushing the issue because my mind, I always wanted to go to the NFL, you know what I'm saying? Go to college and play ball. So it really wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of something I did more so for fun. Yeah. At that time.
I got you. Did you go to college?
Nah, I should have though. I was just, you know, I had the right intentions, but you know, I was getting looked at for colleges. You know, that's something I really want to do. Like, I'm a focused person, so I was really putting my all in there. But at the same time, I wasn't putting my all in there because I was caught up and worried about the wrong shit and doing all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, come with being a high school male and stuff like that, small time. You know, just caught up in the bullshit because we ain't have much to do other than beat up on each other, go to the pool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that was pretty much it. If football season went in, that's when it really got wicked.
For sure, yeah. At what age would you say you jumped off the porch then?
I was doing, you know what I'm saying, knucklehead shit like 11, 12. But like, I ain't never really sit up here and said like I used to like to fight a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I really you know, I wasn't gonna say I was, you know, I watched other people around me, you know what I'm saying? The guys I looked up to were like 6 years older than me, so I'm moving at their pace, and everybody, I kind of always been mature for my age and stuff like that, so. But yeah, I wouldn't say I was just all the way out there like that, but definitely, you know what I'm saying, my name was out there, you know, history's out there, you feel me? So, but, you know, everybody around me was athletes though, but you know what I'm saying, we'll get on your ass if we have to, you know what I'm saying, that's just what it is. It ain't that we're trying to be tough or nothing like that. But one thing about my city is, what I always felt is, you know what I'm saying, we got a road that run in the city, South Road, you know what I'm saying, you got kind of like uptown, then you got kind of go towards downtown and stuff like that. You know, I always wonder why we couldn't never be one. I think they always kind of felt like we on the uptown side was like spoon-fed at it, almost in a sense, but we had to get it too, you know what I'm saying? Our people, you know what I'm saying, they handled their business, so it was like, you know, life was kind of, I know my friends, because my dad looked out for a lot of, you know what I'm saying, my friends, they like my brothers, you know what I'm saying, like he looked out for a lot of people, so I know what they was kind of going through, you feel me, so, and shit, sometimes I thought he was, you know, shit, like them more than me, you know what I'm saying? He was on my ass so much, but it was because we were so much alike, you know what I'm saying? I had to grow up and learn that later on in life. You know, we butted heads a lot, but I had always, you know, that's always been my role model and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel that. Mm-hmm. And you ended up joining the Army at 19, right?
Yeah, I had a baby on the way. I was going to go to college and play JUCO ball and stuff like that. I had that lined up, but shit, once I, you know, found out my daughter was coming, I had to tighten my shit up because I ain't really had, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really know how to do nothing else other than play ball. So it wasn't like I was skilled at nothing else. I didn't really have no interest in nothing else other than playing ball and music, because I was doing music at the time. But again, I really, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to play ball. If I'd have just focused on doing music then, I'd definitely been on. But yeah, I joined the Army in 19, hell of an experience. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world, you know. In 10 years, you know, 10 years straight active duty, 3 tours, you know, Afghanistan, Iraq type business, you know what I'm saying, like Fort Campbell, Fort Bragg, you know what I'm saying, Fort Drum. I ain't go to no places where you could slack at, you know what I'm saying? So I got the most out of my time in the military. Definitely met some great people, network, you know what I'm saying? That brotherhood, sisterhood, like it's a different type of, you know what I'm saying, different type of love. That's what most of my, and I ain't gonna say most of my support, I would say most of my unbiased support come from, because they, you know, in the military it's kind of like, they just want to know somebody, you know what I'm saying, that made it big, you feel? They don't care about, you know what I'm saying, what someone's going on, versus somebody back home, they seen my whole life and it's like, I don't really want him to take it there, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people show me more love with my military career, as far as me posting stuff about my military career, as far as like, oh, I got promoted, you know what I'm saying? All right, that go crazy, but I start posting my music, it's kind of like they don't really want to see me in that lane. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, 10 years, and people probably think I'm crazy for leaving, you know what I'm saying, leaving where I'm leaving at 10 years, you know what I'm saying? I denied the promotion. I just made the, you know what I'm saying, song first class.
Oh, really?
In 9-10 years, you know what I'm saying? So that's a big deal. But, you know, I started having more fun with the music, you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of pulled off of my grind on the Army side a little bit, because I was like, I would head first, and I ain't gonna lie, anybody that was around me, you know, I was like, I'm a focused person, so I was just getting it done, you know what I'm saying? I'm grinding, getting to where the rank I gotta get to, you know what I'm saying? So, and it wasn't much so that the work was hard, that I didn't start liking no more. It was just like, you know, things were changing in the world. I started getting more into myself with the music. The music more became therapy for me, so it was like something that kept me cool. But I started getting, you know what I'm saying, where people like, all right, man, like I did my first, you know what I'm saying, first little project when I was in the Army was in 2018 called Quarter Century. I was going by Double J then. That kind of did, you know, that did good. So I was like, all right, maybe I got a little something, you know. So I always thought I could write. You know, I ain't really have much to talk about back then, but you know, I could always put something together for sure.
Yeah. So, what did your commanding officers think of you making music and rap?
Man, I won a talent. Well, I ain't gonna say I did win a talent show. Shout out Money Mo. I got out there and helped him out with that one, cause at first they put on a talent show. This was what 2018. Yeah, so they was like, they coming up with a talent show, and everybody was like, you know, a couple people knew I rapped here and there, you know what I'm saying? I don't be too much telling people that, you know, it's kind of like one of the things that come with it. You have to just kind of find out. I don't really put my music on around people. Not that I'm shy about it and like that. I ain't really too much into the bragging or bringing attention to myself like that. But yeah, my commanding officer, they was cool with it. You know, they had a little cash prize. My guy, Money Mo, he got out there, you know, he started freestyling or whatever. He kind of froze up. And I had already did my song. So I just kind of like, I was sitting there with my boy, Montero, and he was like, you know, you should probably jump out there and help him out. So I jumped out there, and we was just kind of passing it back and forth, you know, getting the hype or whatever. Won me a little $50 cash prize. Money Mo, you still owe me $100, but you know, that is what it is. But yeah, I think people in the Army like the creativity of it. You know what I'm saying? It ended up, you know, started to get me in and kind of, I wouldn't say, it put me in another spotlight to where it's like some people didn't like it, and it was like, you know, you an NCO, you supposed to be this and that, but at the same time, I'm a man before the Army. This is what I was doing before the Army. And also times I'm 28, you know what I'm saying? I put on my stripes young, so I'm still young, you know what I'm saying? I'm still kicking it with, you know what I'm saying, the people that's, you know, they telling me not to kick it with because of, you know what I'm saying? But I never had no issue like that because I come to people with respect first. So people always, you know, follow me off the sense of I come with respect and I treat everybody the same. I try to do right by everybody and I'm going hard for all of them. So the soldiers at the end of the day definitely make the Army better. My commanding officers, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really too much. It's only a few that I really mess with like that, you know what I'm saying? So I was kind of like, did my thing and kind of stayed away from them because it's just, you know, that's how I kind of was brought up in the Army and stuff like that. But. Yeah.
Was it easy finding a balance to do your music and do the work as well?
It got harder because, like I said, I just started having more fun with the music and I didn't too much care about it. The Army was easy, you know what I'm saying? Because I got an outgoing personality to where it's like, And I come in, everywhere I come in, I'm going straight to doing the work. And then I take the little break on the backside when people realize like, oh, what type of person he is, the work ethic and like that. Because I was doing a lot in the shop as a Sergeant E5 that I probably shouldn't have. Like I had respect. I was respected by, you know, my seniors and peers, stuff like that, because I was always a person out front, you know what I'm saying? Jumping out there, calling cadences or whatever and stuff like that, because some people, you know, they just shy. But I would get on there and freestyle, you feel me? Because I can actually, that's when people are like, oh, this, like, okay, kind of putting them cadences together kind of a little too smooth, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people didn't know I could rap, but, you know, if they've been around, like my close friends know I've been doing this forever, though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And you live in Fayetteville now, right?
Fayetteville, North Carolina. Shout out Murray, shout out, you know, J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Shout out T-Man, Beats, that's my man, my engineer who get me right out there. Shout out Glow, you know what I'm saying? All my people back out there, you know, big shout out, because North Carolina showed me love when I pulled up. You know, I had fun in Tennessee, hella fun. Like, probably too much fun, I'm gonna end up getting in trouble, but it's like, I had fun, so I was kind of like homesick leaving, and I called that my second home, but, you know, Fort Drum, New York was my first duty station, you know, so I'm 24 hours away from home, you know, young, 19. You know, I had my family at the time, I was, you know, my daughter and stuff like that, so that kind of kept me away from everything, you know, I was focused on that and stuff like that, but so I got to Tennessee, you know, kind of things kind of started going downhill and, you know, whatever, so I was still grinding, but I was working hard and playing hard equally, you know what I'm saying? So they came about. I think, you know, what actually got me back into rapping was that the So Far Gone challenge came out, and I had kind of did that, and the reaction I got from my peers and my people back home was like, damn, you know, yeah, it was pretty dope, you know what I'm saying? So I picked up on it from there.
Yeah. So what's the message in your music then?
The message in my music, I mean, I'm not no dope boy, I ain't never tried to be that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit up here and say I'm a killer and all that stuff like that, but I think I'm somebody people that can relate to, the average person can relate to, you know what I'm saying? Because not everybody got them, you know, them deep stories and stuff like that, because I don't really feel like my story is that deep, you know what I'm saying? I call myself like a failed athlete, you know what I'm saying? That was my avenue of approach, you know what I'm saying? But I always, you know, something about me was supposed to be on the stage regardless of what it was, you know what I'm saying? That's how I always felt. And I just stayed humble, you know what I'm saying? Stayed humble about it and stuff like that. But yeah, my music for everybody, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I get respected by the OGs, you know what I'm saying? The old heads, because you know, you get the old heads on your side. The old heads, them the ones, you get them on your side, they stamp you, you know, you kind of good, you know what I'm saying? The young ones, they might mess with you, they might not mess with you like that. But I feel like people always tell me like they can relate to my music, you know what I'm saying? They feel it in their soul. That's the type of music I try to make. You know, I got my little, you know, I get on my fun club bang and stuff like that, but I really be trying to talk about, you know what I'm saying, emotions, not so much just emotions, but people deal with people every day, so that's something people can relate to, you know what I'm saying? You know, I done been through some stuff in my life, been crossed, you know what I'm saying, and stepped on people done stepped on me, you know what I'm saying, how it goes, stuff like that. But overall, I feel like I'm a solid person. I try to do right by everybody. I show everybody love. There ain't no hating bone in my body, and I don't say that, you know what I'm saying, loosely. Like, I really don't, you know what I'm saying, I show everybody love regardless, even when it ain't shown back to me, and I always been like that.
Yeah, I got you. So what's the meaning behind RedZoneRocket, and why'd you switch your name?
Man, I came down here, Authentic Empire. I did a consultation with David, you know what I'm saying, shout out David. And I came down really just raw. I ain't really had no music, I ain't had no video shot at the time, none of that stuff like that. So he was just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, I like your music, but we, you know what I'm saying, kind of like figure out how to rebrand myself, you know what I'm saying, make myself unique. Because, you know, Double J, you type Double J and anything can pull up, you know what I'm saying? So RedZoneRocket, now obviously I'm a football guy like that, so you know, when you in the red zone, you trying to score, you know what I'm saying? In the rocket, you trying to take off, so you know, I kind of put red, my favorite color, so I put the two together, you know what I'm saying, and RedZoneRocket. But when I flipped the switch to RedZoneRocket, that's when it really started, like my swag kind of got a little different. Not say I always had swag, but it was just like how I was coming about things, you know what I'm saying? I started letting myself out more, you know what I'm saying? Versus I was kind of holding some stuff back in my music, and then, you know, I just started spitting that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just locked in on it from since then, but I think RedZoneRocket fit me though, you know what I'm saying? How I move and stuff like that, so yeah, it's a dope name to me. Hope everybody else fuck with it. If not, you know, it's selective. But yeah, David was telling me, you know what I'm saying, came up with two names. I had left the studio. Shout out Authentic Empire, because y'all turned me up with this one. And I was sitting in the mall, I was in Lennox Mall, sitting there walking around thinking and shit like, damn, I gotta come up with something new, you know what I'm saying, new name and shit like that. You know, Double J, my first name, you know, then my initials and stuff like that. So that was kind of just something I threw out there. I used to go by F Baby back in the day in high school and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's what I was Jackson F Baby, you know what I'm saying? All my partners know that stuff like that. But so it was either I came down to Dead Shot, you know, cause I was thinking like Will Smith and Suicide Squad.
Okay.
And then, you know, then RedZoneRocket, I came back later that day, I was like, yo, this is what I want to go with, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, I was like Dead Shot, you know, he was talking about putting the, you know, eye patch thing like that, but I'm like, I'm from Alabama, Dope B, you know what I'm saying? We don't, that's one of them sacred grounds, we ain't doing that, you know what I'm saying? People do it to show love, but, you know what I'm saying, long live Dope B, that's just something I ain't gonna, you know, step on. I ain't loving like to bite nobody away like that anyways.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
What's the single that you're pushing right now?
Man, actually, I just, you know, I got a new single dropping next Friday along with a video called Don't Play With Me, but right now, Rejuvenated single is out. And yeah, to be honest with you, I always send my music straight to my, you know what I'm saying, I call them my VIPs, like my little brothers and stuff like that. They always, you know what I'm saying, be real with me. And, you know what I'm saying, let me know when the music ain't hitting on there. Also, my girl, you know what I'm saying, so I sent it to them. And you know what I'm saying, I'm kind of like, I don't know, like when I first heard the beat, I'm a sucker for piano, you know what I'm saying, I hear piano keys, that's when my mind really get to doing something, you know what I'm saying, so I was just, first I started as a caption, you know what I'm saying, I had made a little Women Crush Wednesday post for my girl, and it was just a caption, I was like, damn, that's some hard ass bars, and then, you know what I'm saying, I did it, we recorded the song, kind of didn't really know how much I liked the song, my girl said she liked it, my partner said they liked it, and I went down to Jackson, Mississippi back in May. And you know, I had performed this other song, Distant Love, that I had on my last project was Currency in Motion. Go get that. That's out there where like I feel like everybody pretty much they like that tape for real. But so that was my first track I did down in Jackson, Mississippi at this, you know, little day party down in Moneybag, and they was like the main event down in Jackson, Mississippi that night. So I had kind of came out to a day party, not really knowing what really to expect. This is like my really first performance, you know what I'm saying? But I always, besides the talent show that I did back at Fort Campbell, but you know, I'm expecting, you know, a stage, inside venue. I get out there and it's out in the open field, you know what I'm saying? People kind of gather around like some backyard business, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, you know, then I walk up there, guy was like, you ready to go now? Like just getting there like 2 months, I said, hell yeah, I'm ready to go. So I performed Distant Love, you know what I'm saying? First I was a little rocky kind of performing and stuff like that, but as I got to the end, people really started feeling what I was saying, like, okay. So when I came in to bring in Rejuvenated off the first 4 bars, they was already, you know what I'm saying, locked on. So I was like, okay, yeah, like this song probably is really gonna do something. So I went out to LA for my birthday in May, and my dog, Wiry Day, they shot the video for me, you know what I'm saying, came out there first time flying ever, he come out to LA, shot the video for me, video, you know what I'm saying, the video turned out pretty nice and thing, you know what I'm saying, but my biggest thing right now I'm struggling on is just, I would say promoting, you know what I'm saying, because I don't really get behind it, I just like to do the work, you know what I'm saying, go in the studio and, you know what I'm saying, do the songs I write all day, my girl tell you I write all day, every day, you know what I'm saying, I don't even really watch TV, you know what I'm saying, I just write, but just getting behind the video, because I'll be all over the place just trying to do music and stuff. I'm, you know, get behind this song, get behind this song, get behind this song. But it's kind of one of the things, like, I don't really like to brag about myself. So it's like, I can't see myself too much on the internet. I start seeing myself too much on Facebook, I back up for a little bit. I start seeing, you know what I'm saying, I ain't really be on Instagram like that other than my videos I post and stuff like that. But some people just be on it all day and I'm just like, man, I just can't see myself like that. And sometimes I be ready to fall back off of it because all the, you know, the flogging and shit that be going on in social media and shit like that. But I ain't got nobody to run my pages, you know what I'm saying? My girl will run it, but then it's like, you know, I have to make sure that she's staying on it, which she will and stuff like that, but I don't want her to so much worry about that role. So I would say, you know, that's where I lack at right now. But as far as the work ethic, the dedication, you know what I'm saying, with this shit, you ain't gonna find nobody better than me. That's my personal opinion with that one.
Yeah, it seems like you're just more focused on just creating.
I like to get in there. That shit, it's therapy to me, you know what I'm saying? The more I get out, because I be going through shit. Like, coming from, like, knowing where I used to be mentally, like, I used to flash out. I still got a little temper here and there, but I'm so much better. I don't get riled up this fast. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, I be battling myself. Like, so I gotta go to the studio to get this shit out, or this shit gonna go bad. I know where I'm gonna take it to. So, you know, and it don't even, like my cousin told me, man, shout out Swag. Swag I had made a status. I was pissed off in Louisiana, down training in JRTC at Fort Polk. And shit was going on, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, you know, that petty shit gonna make me crash out. And my cuz told me, Swag said the realest shit I had heard, you know what I'm saying? Don't let a, you know what I'm saying, $20 situation fuck up $1 million operation. Swag, I ain't gonna never forget that shit. So he told me that shit, and ever since then, I've been kind of just putting that shit off to the side, you know what I'm saying, putting that shit back. I've been letting, you know, DBG, man, it stand for the bad guys, you know what I'm saying? So I had to learn just letting them paint that picture, you know what I'm saying? And stop trying to just, you know, keep people from seeing, you know, people gonna believe what they wanna see and see what they wanna see. If you know me for real, you know what I'm about, you know what I ain't about, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's where that's at, you know.
So what can you tell us about that next single? Can't Play With Me?
Don't play with me, man. Shit, club banger, I can tell you that much. You know what I'm saying? Some real hype shit. You know what I'm saying? Summer banger, you feel me? And you know, I've tried to, like I said, I make so much of my music relatable and stuff like that. I rarely kind of get on, you know, the kind of up-tempo tracks like that. But I don't want people to, I'll try to stay versatile with it like that. But yeah, you can hear the hunger in my voice on this song though. Like, it really just on point with it. Crazy thing was, I wrote it at when I was in Fort Polk, Louisiana, just sitting there, you know, kind of really didn't have nothing going on. They knew I was getting out, but I still went down there and stuff like that. So I was just like, all right, let me just I'm sitting on the back of the LMTV, you know, eating and writing and stuff like that. Like, oh, this gonna be the one. I heard the beat. I was like, oh yeah, this gonna be the one. But I say that about damn near every song. I don't really get behind it, but you know, I feel like I'm gonna get behind this one for real. So I'm trying, you know, I'm working on this EP I'm gonna do in August before I start working on a big project after that. But I want to give people these summer vibes and summer bangers before I get back to, you know what I'm saying, where I truly shine at, you know what I'm saying, and that's just being the relatable music and shit, that shit that you feel in your soul.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with the world opening back up.
Oh yeah, it's time to go crazy. Like, I gotta go to Dallas in a couple weeks, and then, you know what I'm saying, I got a South Carolina in a couple weeks, you know, got some shows and interviews, you know, coming. So, and it's me self-booking right now, you feel me? So I gotta get out there and do the leg work right now. I'm trying to bring in much exposure as I can. But my motto right now, shit, you know what I'm saying, the work gonna sell itself. I just gotta keep going, you know what I'm saying? So trying to figure out this little marketing and the business side of it a little more so I can set myself up right, you know what I'm saying? I wanna do this all the way organic as much as possible, you know what I'm saying? I like to say I know 90% of the people that listen to my music versus somebody that got, you know what I'm saying, thousands of views or, you know what I'm saying, fake shit like that. But, you know, but it is what it is, you know? I always felt like I was the chosen one with this shit. I try to stay humble as possible. My mom always telling me stay humble. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like in the rap game sometimes it's so hard because staying humble, people try you, they want to step on you and shit because you ain't the cocky. I never been a cocky type, you know what I'm saying? My mom would always tell me, even when I would score touchdowns in football, don't go to school talking about them touchdowns, you let people come talk to you about it. So I just stayed hush, you feel me? Even when, and I think arrogant people kind of is one of my pet peeves and stuff like that because I'm just like, bro, you really ain't, I'm doing just as what you doing, but I don't talk about it. I kind of like to refer to myself as a silent killer. I'm just going to go get the shit done and let somebody else talk about it.
Yeah.
So
I feel that, man. What else you working on? What else is coming up for 2021?
Man, a whole lot. I'm trying to network and work with some artists, you know what I'm saying? That's where I think that's where I'm headed to now. I'm gonna work with some different people, you know. I definitely wanna work and keep working to put my city on and bring us to the light, you know what I'm saying? We got Mobile right there, like an hour away from us. They heating up right now.
Yeah.
But we got the same amount of talent, it's just so much smaller. We ain't got nobody, we don't have no millionaires or, you know what I'm saying, kind of show us way. We got to do this from the ground up, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I respect everybody out my city, you know what I'm saying, around my way, Evergreen, Atmore, you know what I'm saying, Monroe. We all doing this shit from the ground up, you know what I'm saying? Them boys got real unity and, you know, in them cities, I think my city kind of like the last one with unity. We getting there, you know what I'm saying, but it's just still so much little bickering, you know, who the best and stuff like that and all that, but we getting that though. You know what I'm saying? If everybody can kind of stay on one accord, I ain't telling everybody gotta be friendly and be friends and stuff like that, but understand the main picture at hand and shit. We trying to change shit for the community and change shit that, you know, that we didn't have so that these kids, that they don't have to come up the way we came up, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So that's what I want to do. It ain't necessarily about so much about the money and shit. Like, yeah, the money good, but I'm trying to bring a positive, you know what I'm saying, impact, influence to my community. You know what I'm saying? I felt like my Pee Wee football program that I grew up in is kind of like going down the drain. So that's like one of my biggest things I want to give back. My brother out there right now doing a football camp trying to give back, you know what I'm saying? So I want to meet him in the middle with this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see it come back the way it used to be. So, And, you know, the world changing, the music changing, and they got these kids, you know what I'm saying, the kids these days on some, they on some other shit, you know what I'm saying? You got to stay on 10 toes out here for real. I think that's kind of one of the, you know, I guess probably the best things about living in a small town like that, you know what I'm saying? You don't really kind of get too much of the violence. Like, you get your ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna too much, you know what I'm saying, have the shootings going on. They happen, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, to a couple of my, you know what I'm saying, good people I love and stuff like that. But it's not something that go on like, you know what I'm saying, Birmingham and Mobile and, you know what I'm saying, all these other places surrounding and stuff like that. But, you know, it can get, it's people that down there that's willing to go that route. We just, you know, it's more family oriented, you know what I'm saying? But, so that's what we're trying to get to. We can get on the mount, we just gotta keep, you know, we got some talented people down there, not even just in music, you know. People got, you know, they real artistic down there. People, you know, shout out Crook Creations, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Mink Dog, shout out Keisha with everything they doing. You know, they getting entrepreneurship right now so big in the city right now. Shout out everybody that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? I wanna see everybody win in that aspect, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's gonna be good once we can get it on and really bring the light to the city right now, so. Yeah,
definitely, man. You want to give any shout outs before we wrap it up?
Man, you know, shout out DBG, shout out my team, you know, shout out my Dukes, shout out Pops, you know what I'm saying? They're my biggest role models, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my family, shout out my real family, the ones who support me through and through with this, you know what I'm saying? The ones who ain't turned their back on me, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to them. And I'm saying everybody that, you know what I'm saying, everybody that helped me along the way just know it's gonna come back triple times, you know what I'm saying? If you really know me, you know what I mean? I'm gonna stand on that. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate the help and the love of everybody and the support that people have been giving me with the music and stuff like that. And even transitioning from the military and stuff like that. So people telling me to go, you know what I'm saying, go get my dreams and go get it, you know what I'm saying? So that help a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because crossing over from the military, you never know. I've been doing this 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I really know. That's all I, you know what I'm saying? Football is what I knew before that military. I know, as I got through the years, I started figuring out myself a little more and what I was, you know what I'm saying, what I could apply myself in and stuff like that. So. Yeah, most definitely. You know, I got to give a shout out to y'all for having me. You know what I'm saying? This is big, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can come back, do my thing, and, you know, my interviews and my exposure can keep going up, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's tuning in, you know what I'm saying, that's watching, that's going to tune in, you know what I'm saying? It's RedZoneRocket, the silent killer, you know what I'm saying? Probably one of the most humble person you want to meet down to earth, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do this music, do right by my people, give back to the community, leave the bullshit where it's at, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, live this life the best I can while I'm here at the end of the day. Shout out Coach B, you know what I'm saying? Definitely stayed on my ass.
Hit the gas, I'm on the paper route. Now niggas tryna hate me out. My homie tried to cross me, got me taped